Welcome back, England 360. Alex, Gordon, just in case you don't already know. And it's the end of quite a tough, well, we've been saying it's been a tough year. And it has, relatively speaking, because we have been spoiled for the last 4 or 5 years. This year was a wee bit tougher. But on reflection, when we actually sat down and had a wee look back,
I was going to say,
it was all right. It was all right, and that is the purpose of this video: is to have a wee look back, reminisce, so to speak, about what going to top 10, maybe top 10.
I think we did take some considerable amount of time to put us together.
So the top 10 moments of 2024. Now they're not all big fish, because big fish were a wee bit few and far between this year. So it's more about
some special fish, but
moments and sessions.
Aye.
More than anything.
Not overly just one particular fish, is
Aye,
it?
nah.
Keep that towards the end.
So, number 10.
Well, the first one, you've got to talk about it, because I caught nothing that day. I had to nick 1.5 year rod, remember?
The tench. The tench. New venue. Well, it wasn't really a new venue. We'd fished it once before and blanked miserably. So turning up for a second go at it was, we weren't too sure what to expect. Conditions were good. I thought it was maybe a wee bit late in the year. But
I convinced them that it wasn't.
But one of us done all right. I think we ended up with 8 fish. Nothing massive, not the 6 pound fish that we've been looking for. But 8 fish to about 4 pounds 2, 4 pounds 3, something like that, just over the 4 pounds mark.
But what I'll cut in and say here is another session I've had very similar to that, and it was on the roach, maybe a couple of sessions on the roach. He's getting bite, fish, and I'm getting nothing.
Take from that what you will.
You'll call it skill. But it just shows you how being in the right bit with feeder fishing is crucial, isn't it?
Aye. Feeder fishing as well.
When you could be that much of a height difference.
You're partial to a nod off, but he sleeps more than he's awake. That maybe plays a wee part on the feeder fishing. Maybe particularly more so with the roach.
But
the tench was weird.
The tench on it, I was literally dropping it above. Now when you get the ripple, when you drop the feeder, trapping it in the same bit. Nothing. It was bizarre, but yet it was a good day in the end overall. So I ended up pinching one half, didn't I?
Aye. I'm on the next one.
I so wanted it to be that 6 pounder, but it's the only reason why I wanted it.
So, but yeah, the 6 pounder, that is still on the cards. That's
still one of them.
Still a target for next year.
Tails.
I think it'll come from that venue. I like the look of it.
You're convinced of that,
yeah.
That wee venue.
Yep.
So it was the next one.
Number 9.
The one we both got the goal on.
Ah.
So the highlight of that is really the sib. The sib, getting the sib this year, kind of put us onto new marks, new areas, and it took us a few goes. But one day, Ross and Daz were on another boat. The usual bit that we would expect produced one fish.
Aye.
I think Ross got a pike or something. And then we both had the inclination to get down to this bit that we'd found, and like kind of a double ridge, didn't it? And it was
good feature, really, really good feature.
It was producing a lot of nice fish above the 2.5 pound mark.
He's not actually told you what the fish is yet.
I'm getting to that.
So what is this fish?
And we're always criticised, not always, but a lot of folk don't like using bait for perch, but I genuinely couldn't care less. I enjoy using worms and I enjoy using lures just as much. But the reason I mention it is it was a scraggly wee bit of lobworm, wasn't it? No more than that size. And I can't remember what happened. I thought I'll just lob that earlier. I think I was salting something in the boat. And then it just went.
Skill again. Skillfully done.
And it played well. And then when it came up, you seen the reaction of him. That's a 3 pounder. And obviously, I'm talking about perch.
And a big perch is a big fish, It's
£3 3 it was.
They just look
to actually see
massive.
A big perch. I've spoke to guys in the work and that don't really fish much. Like, perch, they're not easy to catch. Aye, they're relatively easy to catch. But the bigger ones are harder to come by, aren't they? And they're just grand and stunning and beautiful.
Definitely one of my favourites, 100% one of my favourite fish to catch.
So he'll tell you he was all delighted for me, but he was raging inside. But it was short-lived, wasn't it?
It was short-lived. His was still a little bit bigger. I think I had just come half an ounce away from the 3 pound mark.
So you did, yep.
Before your fish. He got the 3. That was the target. The target was a 3 pound fish. But not long afterwards I managed to get one myself. Not quite. Yours was what, 3.3?
Yours was 217.
217.
I love the bit in the video which you're about to see is when I go 2, you see you going,
So I 3 pounds one.
3 pound one it was. So that was a good
day.
That was a good drive home.
Plenty of other fish as well. You know, plenty of kind of 2s, 2.5s. You know, it's a fantastic venue, and I'm looking forward to going back there again next year. 4 pounder on the cards this time.
It's possible to.
It is definitely possible.
There has been the odd one caught.
They're there.
Has been the odd one caught. So we'll move on to the next one. So number 8. I'm surprised you didn't pick this as your favourite one.
All right, okay.
Again, out on the sub. First time on the salt.
It was pretty good. It was just as a session, it was pretty good. It didn't go quite to plan, because plan A was bass.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a bass to be found or seen anywhere. But we did go down with the idea of targeting a couple other species, and it couldn't really have went any better.
It was good. We got a wee taupe.
Aye.
We got a new species as well.
Tub Gurnard.
Tub Gurnard.
Couple of big thornbacks for yourself.
Aye, on the light rod as well. That was fun.
But
the highlight
the smooth hounds. The smooth hounds. I went down. Smooth hounds have always been my sort of nemesis. I've kind of struggled with them from the shore anyway. Still struggling from the shore, I suppose, because this one was caught on the sib.
Well, at least it was done by your own accord.
Aye. I had it in my head as I'm definitely prioritising a smooth hound, and we just went down the night before, picked up a load of crabs off the beach.
And I need to say it again, you were never confident using hardbacks, were you?
No. I still wouldn't be from the shore. I think from the shore.
That's for casting purposes,
for casting purposes, but no, they seem to they did do the trick.
I loved that whole trip. That was one of the highlights of the year in terms of a trip. Everything other
Just
than forgetting the bait.
It just fell into place perfectly, and
It was
and
good.
got the fish.
Nice bottle of whiskey as well.
Aye. But those smooth. What a fight on a
was
spinning
a good
rod.
fight.
We were targeting them on light gear, and on a spinning rod, those fish can go. I think we've got what we came for. Look at the bend on that rod. That ain't no dogfish. That'll be a smooth hound, and I think it's a decent one at that.
Well done.
Knew they'd
Told
be.
you, let it be
I
clear,
knew
lads.
they'd be here.
Starting too early.
You know what? I don't fancy a bass today. I think I'll just stick with these guys. What a fight! No, that's the way to catch them. Look at that rod. See if this isn't that smooth. I'll be raging.
The bass hit that crab.
Yeah.
There's every chance this could be a bass.
If it's a bass, it's an absolute monster. This is a nice smooth. I think it must be.
Don't fucking lose it.
Whoa. Maybe it is a bass. Imagine it is a bass. What a fish this is.
Because it wasn't a typical smooth hound run.
It did sort of take off. Whoa, it's a taupe maybe. It's fantastic, whatever it is.
Be careful when it's near the boat.
I might need you to get that rod in for me. Or, nah, we should be right, actually. What is it? What is it?
Colour yet?
Shouldn't be too far away, but what a fight this is. It's a nice smoothie.
Yeah,
It's a nice sound. That's a beauty.
Look at that in the water.
Wow.
Right, I'm going to bring that rod in.
Yeah. I'm not. Well,
There's nothing you can do about the new.
nah.
We'll be back in a minute.
Bring that rod in. That is the biggest smooth hound I've ever caught, and I've not caught many of them. But that is a proper one. It's playing hard to get here though. Get on, let me get.
Take your time.
I don't think he's coming off, he's well hooked. They don't give up, do they?
Let's get him safe.
Well, who needs your fancy shop bought tiger prawns? Who needs your peeler crab? couple of hardbacks off the beach. Produced that stunning fish. He's not big, he's about what, 5 or 6 pounds? Which is quite good for a smooth hound. We don't seem to get the big double figure fish that they get down sort of Morecambe way, down the sort of Bristol Channel. So that I'm pretty happy with.
Yeah, aye.
And as far as sharks go, I think these are my favourite. Taupe are cool, but these are just stunning, stunning fish.
I suppose you'll be wanting a 40.
Yeah, go on, give us a couple. There we go. 6 pounds, thereabouts, male smooth hound. Starry smooth hound. I am made up with that. Right, back he goes. That's a result. So I will definitely be doing a wee bit more of that. Come springtime. May
100%
time.
more.
More than
Definitely
that.
more trips. Go down after work on the Friday, staying into the Saturday wherever possible. Just makes the trip worthwhile. It was brilliant fun.
Aye, that was a good one.
So he says he's not a good year, but it's him again at number 7.
Oh really?
Number 7,
I've forgotten. He's got them on his phone. I've
That's
forgotten.
why I've done this.
What's numbers have reminded me? Oh, aye.
So, you were raging at this, I know, weren't you? Because I got the 13s first, but you eventually got your upper, no, that's not an upper double, what would we call it? A specimen. It's £13 a specimen.
I don't think so. I wouldn't say so. It is for me.
Well, it is.
We would definitely class a £13 barbel as a specimen fish. But the guys who target them down south that live down there, I don't know, something over maybe 16 plus might be a.
I'm not far off for a couple of amateurs that head down twice a year.
But I was over the moon with that one. Not just that fish, that 13.4 was the cherry on the cake, wasn't it?
Aye,
Because
'cause that
the
was-
whole 3 days,
Well,
the
2024 as a whole, the 2 trips down there
in terms of barbel fishing.
turned out pretty damn fine.
In the end,
And we'll get to the other one later.
But
But yours was a
20
stunning looking fish.
25 barbel in 3 days, topped off by that fish on the last day. And bright sunshine as well. Really, really bright conditions.
We were kind of expecting a long wait until the sun started to dip behind the hill there, and we thought,
And it just shows with the right river conditions, not a high, dirty river, that they'll feed. all
you were
day.
quite methodical. You were like the last day that I had in February. You were determined you were getting that fish, do you know what I mean? And you put the work
I
in.
fished quite well.
I got a bit lazy.
You were just resting on the success of the first day, I think.
The first day,
16 fish in one day.
No, before that first day knocked the shit out of 2 hours, man. Normally 2 hours get down after driving down and get a good kip. And I do it anyway.
Didn't get a chance.
But bloody Nora, man, that was unbelievable. Felt as if you just went like that in your seat.
Rods away like that. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Day 2 was a bit of a write-off, but
Funnily enough, I think number 6 is you again.
he's missed one out. He's went straight to 6 from 7. He wrote all these
Oh,
things
no.
down as well.
No. PB Barbel going to...
Oh, he's confusing me. We're going backwards. We're going from 10 to 1 and he's got 1 to 10 there just to mess with me. Right,
to the wee Sandy number.
the wee sandy, wee beach number.
I was delighted to get this fish as well. And it was only a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
Aye.
3-4 weeks ago. and it's a great. It's probably the 2 sessions we've did. I think they're our favourite videos, isn't they? The beach, the surf, the drone.
Just,
It
it's so
lends
dramatic. It lends itself perfectly to
It's cinematic, innit?
cinematic videos.
But the fish is bad side.
That's the one.
But Alex mentioned there his nemesis has been the smooth hound. He's number 1. It's been that little shit in it.
Aye. I've had my eye on a turbot for years. 6 years, I think we've been trying. Not 6 years, solid, but
On and off.
on regular occurrences we've been trying for a turbot.
And then the one time that we listened to the advice
We should do that more often.
and we went to the spot we were told, lo and behold,
2 turbot,
we both got one.
1 each.
And they're spectacular looking. And they're predators as well.
Big mouths on them, huge, big.
They just look like a wee, see I've said it on many a post, it just looks like a wee bit of sand or somebody's drew a wee
Fish
a wee
shape,
fish shape into
sandcastle.
it. So the camouflage, as you'll see, is that slow-mo we got it going away was absolutely stunning fish.
Really simple fishing as well. No, none of your big rods.
Aye, that's what I enjoy about it, that type of fish. Now, this style of fishing that we're doing when we're doing this, big beach casters and that, it's no, I don't find it as much fun as it is with the wee rods.
Nah. He gets a look in eventually.
I had a crap year though. So I set myself this challenge. I'm fortunate enough to stay 5 minutes for the Clyde estuary. And so see when the conditions are right, whether it be after work, in the evening or whatever, it's like, right, I'm going. And just everything's kept in the car. And I set myself a challenge this year to get one in the fly. That was the first thing I tried to do, was get them on the fly. I think I had 8 or 9 blanks, and then finally I felt that tug, and I was able to land it. And what a moment! I don't think I've ever been as chuffed catching a fish as I was with that one, because it was a lot of work went into it.
Did anyone actually witness it though?
There's an old guy here.
Oh, right.
Can't mind his name. I do apologise if you are watching. I know he does watch. He did help me with the photos and such, have you? And a wee spot of filming and stuff. And I've got a wee video of it with the fly and the rod and that in the water, remember?
Nah, I remember the photographs. Yeah.
That was the photographs.
Staged.
No. And returned to live fight another day. And then getting one in the lure as well. You can pretty much guarantee at least 1 or 2 on the lure, can't you?
You hit so many of them that
It's
you
landing
lose
them's the hardest
the
part.
majority of them. It's good fun.
But it's a controversial method. I say controversial. The usual folk turn their nose up at bait fishing, but the bombarder, or lombarder as I sometimes call it, tweaking that rig slightly, and fishing kind of chunky mackerel strips or bluey strips or herring strips, whatever's left for the pike season, I'll salt up, and it produced another 5 poundish fish, 4 or 5 poundish fish. Not as big as the one last year, but Big Ross was there to witness that one, before you say. And it was an absolute stunning fish. My fish of the year by a country mile.
Aye, definitely.
And I just think they're such a hard fight. I say a lot of fish, I suppose, but they really are a hard fighting fish. And it did. I was giving it one us in the water with the waders on. It just dances you around in circles.
Definitely a priority for this year.
For you.
For me.
For you.
I've kind of neglected the sea trout last year. I think I was out once or twice, but I think
It's difficult for you, but with your shifts, where you stay and that, it's harder for you to get. I'm literally over the hill and I'm there. It's handy that way.
I think we've got more than just the one venue now. You know, we've got a couple of ideas where they can maybe. I've yet to tell them that, but we've got. Well, I've got a couple of areas in mind that fish at different stages of the tide, so to speak. You know, so we're not just relying on low water. So rather than just going down for the last 2 hours of the ebb and the first hour of the floods, you can go down for a full tide if you really want. So it's something I'm going to maybe pay a wee bit more attention to.
And you might take yourself a wee target of.
I need to get a big sea trout by design. I've caught big sea trout before, but never whilst targeting them.
I think the biggest one was with Tom, wasn't it? That big sea trout.
9.5 pounds. Yeah, took a dead bait. But I've had loads on pike lures and things like that. But I want to get one by design. I might even adopt these lombarder.
Lombarder. when you look at the, well, I say statistics, but if you look at the past few years of using
the
it,
results,
it always produces bigger fish. I don't know, what do you think? Any reasons behind that, do you think? Or,
Don't know.
No
idea.
Is it the scent off the bait that just pulls them in, or
I
what?
would imagine so.
So it's the next one. Moving on. Keep going.
Moving on.
Want to keep going.
We're not catching any fish at all today anyway, so.
Well, back to sea fishing again.
See, this is one I thought was number 7. So it's not, is it number 4? Right, I said number 4, not number 7.
See, the Rass Grand Slam.
Rass Grand Slam. A tricky little challenge, you know, it is. It's good fun.
But you know what I like about it since we've done it and we've put it up on? The amount of folk that have messaged to say they've went
and given it a go.
That's been good. Other folk putting themselves at their comfort zone, not just sticking to the one species or whatever. But aye, well done for getting it and doing it. It's no easy.
There's always one trips you up, isn't there?
Aye, you need the luck of a couple of them, don't you? The Ballan Rass you can literally tick off straight away, can't you?
Ballons you'll get, gold series you'll get, cork wings you'll usually get. It's the other two. It's the rock cook and the cuckoo wrasse are usually a wee bit more challenging. But both of us managed it that time, didn't we?
It's a male. I've still not caught a male.
No.
I'd like to get a male cuckoo this year. I think it's possible off the sub, but
100%. Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. Not in Loose Bay. You need to go to the other side. You need to go on.
On the dodgy side.
Round the sort of, the dodgy rocky side.
Squeaky bum side.
Aye.
Aye, so that was good. That was a plus the two. You've done it in the same day.
It's only the second time ever I've done it. Oh, it was the first time.
Plans for me, aye.
Right, what's next?
Third place. Doesn't involve you.
Nah, I'll
Me and Jamie's trip to the Netherlands. That was good.
It looked good. The photos, the footage looked fantastic.
That was good. Working back 6 weeks, 7 weeks maybe. Looking forward to that. It started raining the purse strings. But the goal when we went over there was to get a £4 plus perch and catch a double figure zander. And maybe, if we were lucky enough. But the guide wasn't keen on taking us to any pike spots at all. He just wasn't, he's not a fan of the pike. He's all zander and perch.
Right, I get it.
And you have it right half a pike, ain't you? But Jamie got a 411, which I'm not going to lie, pissed me off a wee bit. I was hoping to get one. I did get one that was 50 centimetres, the kind of golden.
50 centimetres,
the goal.
Huge.
It was 49.5, but it was, is it emaciated you call it, you'd say?
Old, probably an old fish.
Aye, it looked as if it could do a few hamburgers in it. But it just went under the 4, I think it went 315. And it did look like an old washed out fish. But the couple that we got, I got 4.2 and 4.6, I was delighted with. And the Jamie trumped that way, I won at 4.11. But the zander, they were a surprise. They were a surprise at how strong they pull.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I've said it before, that double figure one I got at first, that first 2-3 seconds, like that, stuck on the bottom, and it starts moving, taking line.
We need to try and get a UK zander though.
That would be a good challenge.
I'd like to get a UK zander.
A lot of work in that.
Foreign fish don't count really, do they?
Yeah, he knows that, I hate that. Not the effort you put in, but it doesn't count. Yourself, peace. So the Netherlands, going back to there, as I say in February, but the trip back in September, it was a wee kind of birthday treat. One of the ones you go booking it and just went for it. I hadn't even met Jamie when we booked it, so that was a bit of a gamble as well, but he was the only one that was willing to commit to it. You'd work and all that, carry on, going on with your saving up for the house and that, do you know what I mean? So he's got that to kind of worry about. So, whereas I'm like, nah, do you know what, tell me, I'm going. Hence why Barcelona get booked as well for the Ebro. Right. Going to go for the catfish. That'll be another predator to tick off the list. So aye, the Netherlands, see if you've never done it, see if you're thinking about it, do it. You will not regret it.
I'll get round to it eventually.
You will.
100%,
I know you will.
I will get round to it eventually.
I guarantee you it's going to be an annual thing. Honestly, it's that good. So moving on, me again this time.
All right, good.
The one that apparently was spelt wrong. which was actually your idea.
Fairy Tale of New York.
Do you want to explain to folk what the fairy tale PH version story was before we continue?
PH? There's no PH in it.
Aye, there is. Why do I always go PH? You have to do this all the time. How is it you spell it?
F-A-E-R-I-E, which is the Scottish Gaelic spelling of fairy.
So a couple of Scots go down to England,
That was the idea.
and I had an absolute howler for the first 2 days. Did I catch anything?
Nah, I don't think so.
I didn't think I got a bite.
Nah.
Sitting watching him catching 3 and 4 barbel.
I think you lost
couple
one,
of
didn't you?
chub.
You lost a fish.
I lost a fish. I think that was about the highlight of the 2 days. But the second day was just wild, wasn't it? The wind was like 50, 60 mile an hour in our face.
It was challenging, to say the least. But
Challenging, but Jesus.
I still managed to fish. Still got one. I think I got one fish on each day, didn't I?
I think we actually ditched 2 rods, didn't we? We just fished with 2 rods because it was terrible. But the third day, I was determined. That way you're just, I'm going down here and I'm going to fish my arse off. Every hour I put my 10, or then I put 5, and then seen what was happening and actually doubled up. Normally you don't fish 2 feeders. I ended up I fished 2 feeders to try and just draw anything in to my 2 hooks that were possibly in that line of bait trickling in every hour, and then it just wasn't happening, wasn't it? No? You were like, oh shit, it's going to be an absolute howler. I drive up the road. I must admit, I hate blanking. Do you know what I mean? But
Don't we all?
it's worse, but in it when you drive
Aye.
for 6 hours.
A lot of effort goes
There
into
and back.
it for nothing.
And then it's just the sun was going down, you think, like, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen now. But how it happened, it was just unbelievable. That first fish, I was away doing a Bruce Lee, I was doing a pee, and all day long when I turned round, it was that, and you think, see if I've come all the way down here for a bream. But honestly, I just reeled my rods in, packed up, and then called it a day. But when I struck into it, you talk about feeling a snag, and Alex was like, that looks quite substantial.
It was a weird run though. It was strange.
To me, it was bream all day long till I struck into it. And the way that it was just cruising up, you've always said that's a sign of a big fish.
When they go slow, when they move slow, it's usually a big fish.
And then a couple of big head shakes. Now, if you fish for barbel, when you get them into the bank, they take a run. So I could feel the old knee starting to knock. You're making sure the drag, you're making sure everything's right, because I've had I lost this and no seen what it was. So I mean, 'cause I've had fish before, haven't we, when we've been snagged up in a log or a branch, and you go, oh, that's a bloody branch, how can you mistake that for a fish? But it's easy done, isn't it?
He does it quite frequently.
But when that barbel come up, as soon as he scooped it up in the net, he was like, oh my God, that's a big barbel. I was like, let me see. And it was, wasn't it? It was 13, 12. I'm not going to lie, the wee bottom lip started going. But what a fish, totally saved that holiday, that trip. And then we got that back, we rested it in the net, got the rods back out, done what we do, fish swam away fine, and then it went again.
Just as it got dark.
Just as it got dark, about half an hour after that, rod went again, and it was another 13 pounder.
2 13s, 13.8, 13.12 in the space of an hour.
Absolutely.
After 3 days of nothing.
It was, hence the name Fairy Tale.
Fairy tale ending.
It was a fairy tale ending. And it made for a much more pleasant drive up the road, didn't it?
Thankfully. Thanks.
Well, for you anyway. This feels absolutely massive. I know in my luck it'll be a wee fish wrapped in a snag.
What's it doing? It doesn't look
I feel head shakes. It's swimming up river. Stick doesn't swim surely. See if this is a big daft bream. Please be a big chub. Don't think it's a barbel, do you? Just the way that it's fighting. It's just stayed. This is a big dream. I'm going to be absolutely gutted.
Barbel.
Oh, it's a barbel.
It's a nice barbel. Isn't it? Now it wakes up. Usual.
Ah, it's a barbel. What's going on here?
I don't think it knew it was hooked.
It didn't. It knows now.
That was almost like when you get a skate halfway up to the boat and it's nah, you're alright. See ya.
Oh, man, my heart's my mouth now, see, because I know it's a barbel. I was initially thinking,
Gordon, it's not just a barbel.
eh,
It's a big barbel.
don't say that. You know not to say that sort of stuff to me.
Good size fish.
My legs are shaking. Oh, please. No, what makes me worry more? I tied the hook links.
That is an absolute monster. The weight pays off.
Oh, thank God, man.
What's that, man? What's the size of that?
Big, isn't it?
That's a PB.
Hey,
That's a PB.
you think?
That's over £12.
Oh,
I'm saying it's over £12, but saying that, we've all had small fish up till now, so it might not be anywhere near it. But
right, let's go and get organised.
beauty of a barbel. That's the biggest barbel I've ever seen.
Right, let me see it. Honestly. See, when I hooked that, I was middle of doing a piss. And I thought, nah, that's a bream bite or something that didn't scream off the way you would associate with a barbel. So when I picked the rod up, it genuinely felt like a small fish, because I could feel the head knocks, but with a snag, because a similar thing happened to me when we were pike fishing and I inevitably lost the fish. But, holy shit, I'm sure you'll forgive me for swearing, but that's probably, I think, the biggest barbel you or me have seen. But, as everyone told us, well, looks can be deceiving. We'll go and get him on the scales. And honestly, I could greet. I didn't think that was going to happen. Right, come on. Well, true what they say. Best things come to those who wait. Check this beauty out. Now, we have weighed it, but Alex has not told me how much it weighs. I'm going to guess 13.
13.12.
Oh, magic. Oh, wow. I am speechless.
Right, don't move.
Got lost for words. We've rested in the net for 5-10 minutes there, just about to put them back. But what a fish. What a relief. I will say that. Thank you. Wherever Trent does it again. Okay, size that, Alex.
I shouldn't really be, because I've had the luck the last 3 days, but I'm a wee bit jealous. Look at that. Right, let's get this beauty back.
That is one special fish right there.
This across its back.
Am I right in saying, Alex, it's always good to make sure these go off with a good kick?
Just like that.
Right, see what I remember? I always promised one thing that I would do for my number one fan, my wee goddaughter Jessica. Magic Uncle G did it! Oh, magic. This is a barbel. It feels like another good fish. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alex, can you bring that other rod in? Just stick the camera down, bring another rod in.
I'll go and get a net. No, keep on. So you can see.
He's my way for that stag there.
Yeah.
We're literally packing up to head back to the car.
Is it done you?
Huh?
It's another big one, eh?
Yeah. Can you see alright with that?
No, that's fine, it's fine, no, that's fine. You keep it on so you can see what you're doing.
It's swimming up. You know what's going to happen here, don't you?
It's going to take off.
It's going to take off as soon as it sees the bank.
Just be ready for it.
That's why you always have your drag set right, isn't it, Alex?
Aye. You can never please everyone. You can never have it right for everyone. It's either too tight or too light. Another nice one. You got a strobe light in your head.
Oh.
Or double.
This has turned out to be the best day's barbel fishing I've ever had. Look at this. Another absolute Trent. Beauty. £13.8. Two fish over £13 in the last 2 hours of a 3-day trip. If you're going to write a script for a fishing holiday, I'm sure you'll all agree that that's the way to do it. I'm absolutely buzzing. Oh, magic. Look at that. Now I can say that I've emulated my hero John Wilson. A proper one. We go to the pub.
Yep. Hold that there, don't move it, don't move it, don't move it. Look at that. The weight of that is unbelievable. Oh. He wants to go.
That's why we come here,
What size is that? So you're still putting your sea trout above that big barbel for your fish of the year?
In terms of the fish, I would say yes.
Right.
In terms of the like a session, I think the barbel would be top of the session.
Just for
Aye.
dramatic effect.
But it was something else, man. Still got a big cheesy when you think of it. It was one of them moments you just think, oh, that'll never happen to me. There you go. So that brings us on to your highlight.
100% my fish of the year, without a doubt. The barbel was winning, that 13.4 was winning right up until the last minute. And I only caught this fish 2 weeks ago.
I'm pulling out my phone to look at what's next. Already know.
And it's a fish we've been after for about 3 years. We started the vlog, A Winter's Tale, 3 years ago.
Proved pretty popular, the Winter's Tale, innit?
Aye.
The amount of people we've met through starting that has been
I
remarkable.
actually meeting them on the river that I've seen the videos and come up from like hundreds of miles away sometimes.
Aye, it's been again, like the Rash Challenge, those people getting in touch with you and saying that because of what we've did, they've done it. It's brilliant.
That's what it should be all about, you know, and inspiring each other and encouraging each other and pointing people in the right direction. You don't need to tell them everything, but
Aye.
It's good. It's good to.
I'm proud of that. I'm
Aye.
that makes it all worthwhile at the end of the day.
So the goal was right from the beginning a £3 grayling.
Aye.
Now, a £3 grayling is a huge fish anywhere, but the river that we fish, they seem to be fairly common.
Aye, 'cause
For the
everyone
last
that
3
we-
years, everyone else has been catching them round about us, and it's been so frustrating. But eventually,
I was starting to think their skills were a bit gubbed from them, you know. He's not got past 215.
eventually, he got a huge fish, an absolute monster fish. But where were the scales?
In the pike bag,
In the big bag.
because we were at a pike venue a couple of days before.
So it
And
was
I was-
typical. We were joking about it on the way
And
down
I'm
the road
driving
as
down
well.
the road.
And that was the day that the first big fish came along. We reckon it was close to, if not over £3, but
I still, based on the measurement, I can't remember the length,
it was big.
but
It
if you
was
used
big.
the tweed length conversion grayling chart, it was £3.3.
But it doesn't count.
It didn't count.
It doesn't count, unfortunately.
I didn't claim it as a PB. We got an absolute slaughtering on the old Facebook for it, didn't we?
As you
But
do, as you do.
Crack on. Does not phase us at all.
But we stuck at it. And 2 weeks ago,
Yep.
roughly, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I finally managed to get a huge fish in the net. And it went £3 So that to me is my, if not favourite fish ever. There's a couple that come close. Definitely the best of this year.
What comes close to it for you? Your salmon?
I've had an £18 salmon.
I think we're showing this picture.
It was,
So
it was a long time
in
ago.
England 360 fashion.
It was a long time ago. I'll see if I can find a photo.
I've got it.
And it was a while ago, and back then it was not so frowned upon to take a fish. This fish was taken for the table, so before you all start moaning at me,
You're a bit thin up there, huh? I can't comment on that bit. You won't notice.
but aye, that comes close. Yeah, I've had big perch in the past, £3.5 perch before as well, which are pretty close. But no, I think that one, just because we've worked
effort.
so hard for it over a period of 3 seasons or 3 winters, it finally came good.
And people have said, no, don't put pressure on yourself, just go and enjoy your fish.
I enjoy that.
That's what I was about to say.
Everyone,
Challenging yourself is good, I think so anyway.
everyone's different when it comes to fishing. Everyone takes different things from it. And it's quite common for people almost just to jump on their high horse, and
Aye.
because that's not how they would go about it.
It's always behind a keyboard and all that.
Aye. You don't put pressure on yourself. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just nice to be out. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. That's what we enjoy. We like setting the targets, setting the challenges, working our arse off to try and get it. And if it doesn't happen, then fine, you'd still enjoy all the other wee
Go
bits
again.
about it. You still enjoy the scenery, you still enjoy just being out. But when you finally get that fish, it makes it all the more worthwhile.
Achieving a goal is so rewarding.
Aye. I'm quite competitive. I've played sport all my life, and I hate losing. I love
I
winning.
can vouch for that.
I love winning at anything, and fishing to me it's a sport.
Believe it or not, I used to do athletics when I was at school.
Aye,
I was
you
quite,
told- you
was quite good at it. Believe it or not. Won a few championships and that, but I'm just not competitive at all. I do enjoy, I joke about it online with people, but I do enjoy getting out. Do you know what I mean? I'm quite lazy in the sense that if I was to go myself, the chances are if I was to wake up I wouldn't go. But see if you're there, Ross is there, Daz is there, Jamie's there, whoever's there, it gives you that to get up and get out and get on with it, which I need a lot of the time. And the fishing's been brilliant. But what was weird about your grayling is how it all fell into place.
What a weird day.
We were, I'd lost one,
Yep.
and it looked like decent
Aye.
fish, didn't it? And then it didn't look cold on the video, or even in general when you look at it, it didn't feel cold. But how cold was it? In and out the water, started getting my legs moving, and then I'll be honest, I'd gave up. I was feeling a bit tired as I usually do, but when you're even colder,
And
my
not,
legs,
not catching fish.
my legs
You know,
weren't working.
stuff.
And when as Alex says here, when you're not catching fish, it's amazing how cold it sets in. So I went and sat at the side of the bank and had my lunch. And I was just watching Alex trotting away, and I could feel the old eyes were going. And the next thing he was, he's one of your worms. And this is what makes it weird, because you never, the amount of times I've brought worms down, you've never asked for a worm. You've never used it.
Usually because I've been catching fish, or
Yeah.
at least hooking fish. But that day was it was weird. We were sitting on the bank, warming our feet up, and the river was so low and so clear that you could see fish, like not just one or two, like
Aye.
15, 20 fish
Right, they're
in
up
the
there.
pool. We even filmed them, they're at your feet, so it was just so frustrating that the fish were there, we knew they were there, and we just couldn't hook one. So I'd tried a few things, a few changes, and the worm was the last resort. I was like, that's it, put a worm on. A tiny little bit, just a wee tail, little tiny tail end. And I think it was like the 4th trot through, the float went away, and aye.
Aye, what a fish. I couldn't believe it. I just opened my eyes and that could have happened at them edge. That rod's got a hell of a bend in it. And then it was that moment, I took a screenshot and put it online. Do you know what I mean? It was that moment when he scooped up and he lifted, and I was like, holy shit.
I didn't realise it was that big. I thought it was a nice 2 on the way in, but it wasn't until it went over the net and I realised the size of it, which just made the day even. Well, plan A definitely wasn't working. Plan B, up in that fast water, didn't work. Plan C, down in the slow water, didn't work. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to keep changing things. I says, Gordon, give me one of your worms. And I just took the tiniest little bit of the tail off one of the worms, threaded it on, and just fished it through without feeding any extra maggots. 3rd or 4th trot down, and we're in. Ring the changes, ring the changes, ring the changes. I just hope I can get it in the net. Feeling the pressure here. I don't think it's a bad fish either. The guys that were getting the fish on the nymphs this morning, the majority of their fish were quite small. This one's a 2+, I reckon. It's been such a frustrating day, just seeing fish right in front of us. It's been tough. Just hope I can get this one in the back of the net. It's not making it easy for me. It looks like a nice fish actually. It looks like a very nice fish. That is an absolute monster fish. That is an absolute clunker. Yeah, that might be close. Let's get him on the scales. That's a decent fish. I don't think it's 3, but it's nice. Jesus, perseverance pays off. Thank God for that. Let's have a look at this. That's quite a big fish. Right, we're going to weigh this. I'm going to weigh it on camera. I'm not going to look. I'm going to have a look at Gordon's reaction. I don't think it's quite 3, but I don't think it's too far off.
down. Drop it down, I see your face. Drop it down. Right. I've not looked either. I'm
No
looking at your eyes.
Right.
Who do they go up in?
These. Possibly one on the look.
3, 4 or 3, 2.
No way. I know, that's not what I say. 3-1.
Get me in the net, get in the water.
I want to double check those scales. It's a 3. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe how hard a day that has been. And that is my reward for perseverance.
Our
Our reward for perseverance. £3 and 1 ounce. I don't care that it's only 1 ounce over £3. The fact that it's over £3 is all that matters to me. Absolute beautiful male fish. Fin perfect. Absolute clunker. I just did not think it was going to happen. Just a fish at all today, let alone the fish that we've been after for 3 seasons. And I was just saying to Gordon there, this is season 3, episode 3, and we've got the 3 that we're after.
officially.
Officially, the 3 that we're after. Only just, but I don't care. I do not care at all. Over the moon with that. Let's get this big guy back. It's the depth of these fish. I mean, we've had fish about that length previously. But it's the depth. I can just about get my hand around that there. Absolutely phenomenal fish. I don't want to let him go. He's not hanging around. Right through his legs.
Good to go.
He's off.
Well done. Official.
Thanks for the worm.
Name there. Was that Angling 360's fish of the year then?
It's definitely my fish of the year. I think your sea trout is very close.
It is.
The barbel come close as well.
So if you've watched all the videos and seen the 2 fish, stick your opinion in the comments.
Let us know.
We'll spark a wee discussion about it.
He's no competitive, he says.
That backfired on me with the dishes, but didn't it? No, the grayling, I think, just narrowly tips.
I think so.
Tips of another.
So aye, that's the highlights of 2024.
Actually not too bad when you look back on
It
it.
was alright. I am hoping, just again that competitiveness, I am hoping for a better year next year. Bigger fish. The sessions were great, the variety was always great. We loved the variety, but I'd like to see some bigger fish next year. And I'm after that sea trout.
Aye.
£5 plus, £6 plus tench, £4
You
perch.
better mention them. You're talking about trout.
Ah,
And just to shut Angus up, we'll try and get that mild brownie right.
nah, I'm not doing it.
That guy wants us to get that wild brownie. It would be good to try and get one, but I just don't know if I can stick to the fly. I need to keep at it, but
You've said it before when it comes to confidence.
aye, that's it.
It's tough to drag yourself onto a river with a method that you've just no confidence in whatsoever. It obviously works, it does work, but nymphing, it's not for me, I'm afraid.
No, what else I'm struggling with confidence with? Do you remember on press record?
I hope so.
So on that bombshell. See you in the
See you
next
next
one.
one.
Yes.
Look at that. Stunning, isn't it?